anywhere you want.
We have to be the team that kicks the goals in the first 5 minutes we score.
My name is Amna Kara Hassan. I'm 23 years old. Both my parents are migrants from Lebanon, but I was born and raised here and I haven't been back. And I currently study my master's degree with Charles Sturt University in Islamic Studies. So I'll be finished with my master's in Islamic Studies. Leo and I decided to start the team when the boys club was successful in 2010. So we just called each other, called all our friends and said, hey, why don't we get together and just do some fitness and see if we can do this sport. And then after that, it just really took off. Like, I didn't expect it to click and stay together and be successful, but it was, and we just ran with it. This season as a team, we've had success and failure on and off the field. In the beginning, it was really hard for the girls to understand that they're part of a team, so their behaviour affects a team. And teaching them punctuality, discipline on the field, respect, understanding that your actions impact on everyone else, not just on you. We really struggled with that because the girls hadn't been part of a team. So we had a lot of failure, and I think as the season progressed, we started to become more successful. On the ladder board, we're a failure, complete failure, we're last. But in terms of spirit, attitude, determination, commitment, like all those positive qualities, I think we're a complete success. I mean, there was one game we played Sydney Uni and we lost 150-0. And we still came off and sang and danced and clapped and took photos with them. And I think that says so much more than just winning, because sometimes win and they've got a bad attitude and you just think, well, what losers? Because, you know, I think a good attitude goes a long way. Today was our last game for the season. We played Mac Uni, and every time we played them, it's been neck and neck. So there's been that real hunger to beat them, and it was just unbelievable. I mean, every single quarter, the positive talk and the encouragement for the girls, put your bodies on the line, get out there, head over the ball, all that sort of stuff. And we're fasting and playing just to see them put everything they had into it, and then to win. Like, I was just in total shock. I was like, what, we won? What? What's going on? So I'm so happy that we finished the season on a high. It's really exciting. Some of the main challenges in starting this team and staying together, for me personally, it's that my dad wasn't really supportive. So he's always been really scared to put us in sport. He's always scared that I was going to break bones. And unfortunately, halfway into the season, my little sister, who's 17, who's on the team, she broke her nose. So going home that day was really, really scary, because it was like everything my dad had already told me. But in addition to that, I mean, I think within himself it was really challenging to think that his daughter plays football. I come from such a protective culture with, you know, your daughter's like your jewelry. So he's come, like, me and my dad's relationship has really developed, and in the beginning I just felt like I was completely unsupported and I really struggled with it, and I feel like I'm finishing off this season with, if not like 100% support, just an acknowledgement and respect for what I do, and that for me is like a personal challenge that I've overcome. I think my relationship changed with my dad because I was persistent, and I think I was respectful in my approach. So I didn't necessarily go in there with an attitude like, you're gonna have to take it, and you know, it was more like I was understanding of where his position, what his position was and why. My mum has been so supportive all season. She's like, you do this, I'm very proud of you. Every time we've been in the local newspaper or in a metro newspaper, she gets so excited, and she'll cut out the snippet and she'll keep it in a folder, and she'll call all my aunties and tell them to come to our games. And she's a rock behind the scenes, you know, and some of us are really lucky we have family like that. I find it fascinating that we didn't grow up with this sport, and in one season we've become so passionate about it, and we're pumping everyone. And I'm a bit of an AFL snob now, and I'm like, AFL's the best sport, it's better than everything else, and you know, it's just amazing. And we're planning day trips and doing team bonding. Like, I just cannot tell you all the benefits and the positives of playing this game. I didn't design this jersey. The boys club had the same jersey, but their base is white instead of black, and I'm so thankful that ours is black because I don't want to do the washing and have all these marks on it after a game like today where you're playing in the mud and the water. So we just wear a slip-on scarf and tuck it in. We prefer white. We tell the girls white, but you know, whatever makes them comfortable. We wear skins. We've encouraged all the girls to get proper skins to keep their bodies warm, but also you get grabbed in the game, and when we wore cotton shirts, you'd end up ripped. So these skins are really good. We actually bought our jerseys initially as t-shirts, and that was just for more modesty because you're meant to cover your forearms. But when the girls saw them, they were like, these are so hideous. And they made me take it to the tailor and chop off all the sleeves. And when I told the boys club, they were like, girls are such a headache and it's all about fashion. And they were just so fun. They didn't understand. Next year you do with your own jerseys. Generally, look, I'm very comfortable wearing what I wear, like my scarf's tucked in, my sleeve, I feel like I adhere as much as I can to my Muslim sense of attire. I guess there's diversity of thought and interpretation on how Muslim women should wear their headscarf, but I'm comfortable the way I'm dressed. I was 18 years old when I made the decision to wear the headscarf. It was like 2 weeks out to starting uni, and I was like, okay, it's now or never. And the reason it was now or never was because I thought if I start uni and I'm 1 year into my degree and I decide that now is the time to put the scarf on, I would feel so awkward having met all my friends with it off. So, and I'd wanted to put it on for 2 years, but there was just so many things happening in the world around Muslims, and I just thought, I had my mum telling me like, what if you, and even my friends would tell me, what if you go into the uni, into tertiary education or the corporate world one day and you're not accepted because you wear your scarf? And I had that in the back of my mind, but putting it on felt right for me when I put it on. And honestly, like playing this game and being respected by every single team who's from every kind of community, mostly mainstream Anglo community, just reassures me that people are not that racist or bigoted or stereotyping or anything like that. Like it's made me more confident in my decision as a person.